Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is CryptoTakeOver coming back with another video again for y'all this evening. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin charts today. We go over the Bitcoin charts every single day on this channel. So if y'all are interested in that, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that I make. And we recently kind of just moving sideways right now. We're going to see if we can find some maybe patterns that might play out. We'll see actually what Market Cipher is telling us. So if y'all are brand new to this channel, we use the Market Cipher indicator by CryptoFace on this channel to determine what moves the markets are going to make. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So right now we're sitting at about $9,060 right now. So we did make our way back above 9,000 finally. And that was a pretty good move to the upside here, as you can see, kind of putting in a little bit of a rounded two tops here for the most part. But we're going to take a look at Cipher B. That's our main indicator that we like to use on this channel, and then maybe see some price targets with our EMAs as well too. So we'll turn on a few of our indicators here, and we're going to take a look at what our VWAP might be telling us on Cipher SR as well. You can kind of see that we are trending a little bit below our VWAP right now for the most part. When our daily candle opened, it looked like the bulls did want to take control of the day, but it does kind of look like they've fallen off just a tad bit. We're going to see if we can maybe come back up above that VWAP. It does kind of look like that we are trickling off just a tad bit, especially here on our 30-minute time frame. Money flow is kind of rounding to the downside. Go into our 1 hour, just take a look. Money flow also kind of rounding off to the downside as well. Bitcoin looking kind of boring right now for the most part. So as we start to get into some of our higher time frames, we'll see what's happening. Here on our 2 hour, we just now started to move into that green money flow. The money flow is not really rounding, it's kind of consolidating right now for the most part. So we did get a little bit of resistance at our 200 EMA here. So we're just going to see if we can maybe find support. We haven't really gone below our 21 EMA. On our 1 hour, we kind of have finding support at our 50, but then our 2 hour finding support at our 21. We're going to see if we hold support probably on our 2 hour, just to see if Bitcoin will stay in these levels or not right now. Maybe as it consolidates or squeezes between our 21 and our 200 EMA, see if we'll get a breakout to the upside or downside. And then if we go into our 4 hour, so we were making some, we did make a little nice move yesterday that we kind of caught, and some people could have scalped off of it, off of my private signals group as well. I think we caught it a little bit right before it went over 9K, or right over 9K. And so some of my Patreon members had a good run there for a nice little scalp to the top side. I think I'm still kind of waiting for a bigger move to happen here, and we'll kind of see what happens, especially looking at our 4 hour right now. You can see our 4 hours still kind of, money flow is kind of trending to that downside just a tad bit. I do believe that this is probably our topping out pattern here, or a bottoming out pattern of Cipher B, as we can see, and we are currently trending under both the 200 and the 100 EMA, but probably finding support on our 21 and our 50. And our 21 is now giving us a little bit of a golden cross here on our 4 hour, so that's a nice bullish sign as well too. And then we can go into our 6 hour to see what's happening. I'm going to turn off Cipher SR really quick, and then we can turn on our Whales buy sell indicator. I did add some new things onto the chart. I added a fib channel. I had to restart a lot of my charts too as well, just because of some complications, but it's all good. So it's kind of a late night last night, but it's all good. So then we have our sell signal here on our 4 hour, which could indicate some more downside, especially with our money flow being in the red too right now as well, but maybe not too much. I would think that we would probably find support at our 21 EMA, being that we are trending above it right now. to maybe see some more movement to the upside as well. If y'all are interested, everyone, I do have a weekly newsletter that y'all can sign up for. It's free to sign up for, and I'll basically just send out updates in that newsletter, things that I have going on, things that my Patreon members have gotten that I will give to y'all probably eventually later, whether it's an altcoin chart review, whether it's trading strategies, or how I do certain things in TradingView as well. I like to give y'all some of those things as well too. So feel free to get signed up for that. I also do giveaways. In order to qualify for the giveaways, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. So make sure that y'all get signed up for that. And then I have my Patreon group that y'all can become a part of. This is where you can access my paid signals and my private signals. So we kind of have a little bit of a team in here going on right now, and the team is relatively small, and I'd like to keep it a very close-knit community inside of the private signals group as well. But if y'all are interested in it, y'all can sign up for it, or y'all can just sign up for the Patreon posts and not the private signals. And that is actually a little bit cheaper too. But if y'all do want to, I have a cap right now on the private signals group, and I don't plan on raising that cap anytime soon. So if you do want to get in, I do believe there are a few spots left, but it's not guaranteed that they will stay there that long either. So go ahead and check out the Patreon page if y'all are interested. And then I have my Discord group. Y'all can join the Discord group, but like I said, the private signals in there are you do need to pay for. So if you want to have access to those, just message me in Discord if you're interested, or you can go to our Patreon page and sign up for it. And then the Telegram group is also free to sign up for. I like to do updates in there, market cipher updates, whales buy sell signal updates as well. So that way I can keep in touch with y'all about things that are going on in the Bitcoin markets as well. So join the Telegram group. It's free to join as well also. And if y'all are using TradingView, I use the Pro Plus plan. So the Pro Plus plan is one that I like to use. Y'all are welcome to use the link in the description box to help support the channel. And we both get $30 if y'all sign up. So refer a friend and we both get $30 to sign up, which would give us a couple of months for free. So go ahead and get signed up for TradingView Pro Plus. If y'all are using Market Cipher, I'd recommend the Pro Plus plan. It allows us to put a few more indicators on the screen, which is also nice, and a few other features that are really, really nice as well too. Let's take a look at our 6 hour. 6 hour no sell signal yet. We do have kind of a little bit of a doji topping out pattern happening right now. 6 hour Cipher B is giving us a red dot as well. We can start to see this money flow is still moving up to the top side. So what I'd like to see maybe on our 2 hour and our 4 hour is for this maybe money flow to continue in the greenish area. We did kind of flip the switch yesterday, yesterday, the day before, I think, when we jumped over 9K. So we kind of changed our position, and it was fine. We got in at a good position. People got some nice scalps, and I think that we're going to start to see this money flow on our 8 hour and our 6 hour and 8 hour, as well as our 4 hour. 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour, all giving us some bullish signs to the top side here, with our money flow still kind of trickling into that top area. So we're going to see if we have enough movement to get us up to this top side here. And then as we look into our 12 hour as well, we can start to see that our money flow did turn green again. But this is also kind of a mixed right now, because it does kind of look like our money flow wants to top out again, and this would just give us a straight diagonal trend line to the downside here, that we are just still kind of falling just a tad bit, even here. That we could do something like continue down like this as well. So not super bullish looking on our 12 hour, but we're gonna take a look at it and just keep an eye on it day by day, see what changes on here as well. We can kind of see how this Cipher B likes to do kind of like this moving pattern here. Let me draw it for you. It kind of likes to do this thing here, where it's just like give us like this little sine wave action. And so what I see whenever I zoom out on Cipher B is that, oops, let's see. So if we zoom out on Cipher B, I can kind of see like this little pattern that's forming, like sine wave-ish down and then back up. So we're gonna have to see if it's gonna give us a little bit more up movement or down movement. As of right now, it's not looking super bullish, but some of our mid time frames are still telling us that we're kind of bullish right now. And then our daily, we can see our daily also still trending in that green money flow. The money flow is looking good here. Our big green dot down here on our 1 day still probably send us up to this top side here, but we just need to be aware of probably when this 1 day moves above the 0 pivot point, that we'll probably get a red dot that might form. And once that red dot forms, it'll probably send us back to the downside. It'll probably be a nice little trigger wave, and this trigger wave could send us back to the downside for sure. So like, I know CryptoFace is bullish right now, but I think even me still like kind of going over the charts every single day, I still like don't have a full-on bullish sentiment just yet. I do believe that there's bullish scalps in play for sure, but I'm still kind of looking at these charts in a skeptical manner right now. And then as we get into our 2 hour, into our 2 day and 3 day, this is just a 3 day right now, but our 3 day was also giving us maybe somewhat of a rounding. I would call this like an inverse little head and shoulders on our money flow as well. And then as we start to move this back to the other side, but we're going to see like if this money flow continues back to the downside, then that's going to probably give us a nice little anchor wave with the big green dot down here as well. And that could be kind of bearish for the short term. So we are kind of putting in a little bit of a doji here on our 2 day, or our 3 day, sorry. We just have to be aware of that as well. But you can tell that our fib supports are kind of holding at our 382 level right now. So our 382 is kind of holding as support. We're going to see whether or not we come back down into that 618 channel or that golden pocket area, that 0.5 area. And that could be a possibility as well. Maybe, if we come back down and consolidate just a tad bit even more. And then as we go into our 5 day and 6 day, 5 days still not looking super good either. Our money flow is kind of rounding to the downside here. So I would say right now, if you're bullish, looking at the 1 day, we could play off of that, and then also our 2 hour to our 6 hour would probably be a good indication of maybe some bullish sentiment. But then the rest of the time frames, like the 12 hour, the 3 day, the 5 day, the 6 day, are all probably they're not looking too hot right now, and they're giving us some sell signals as well. So we just need to be aware of that. But we just have to stay on our toes with this one for the most part. So I'm not super bullish or super bearish right now. I'm kind of split a little bit, just a tad bit. But I think we can get some nice little scalps in here. And that's really what I told my Patreon group too about this push over 9K. I was like, hey, this looks like a good scalp. Let's flip the switch. And we flipped the switch, and we went, we took a nice little scalp long there. Now, depending on how high we get, that is the question. So we may not. I was kind of expecting maybe to touch this trend line up here at about 9.7, but we're gonna have to see how this daily plays out, because we're starting to get this move back to the top side, but it's not giving us a lot of price movement right now. So going on into the weekend, we'll see if we get a nice little pump, and then if we do get a nice pump up to the top side, is that going to leave a gap? And it could leave a gap. It could leave a weekend gap for us, and then with that weekend gap, we could just drop back down to fill it out. So we'll have to see what happens over the weekend, and we'll just be prepared, put our stop losses in place, put our take profits in place, and let it ride. So, and then as we go into our weekly here, we can still see our weekly giving us a sell signal as well. We'll have to see how that ends up playing out. And we'll see whether or not that it continues to go on into next week as well too. So if y'all are interested in just buying and hodling, I mean, it's recommended. I don't recommend really trading necessarily unless you know what you're doing, but I do feel that we've been given this opportunity with a lot of sideways action happening going on into 2020 to learn how to trade and learn to harness our trading skills. So I feel that with this skill, you can do anything. You can really trade all over the world, travel and trade or whatever, and make money that way too. So I feel like we've been given the opportunity to learn how to do this, and with certain indicators and just people that we have in our community to help us figure it all out. So but it's not recommended. You can just buy and hodl if you want, and even if you're not buying and hodling, you should still have a ledger to put your crypto on there. Maybe you have just a hodl stash that you keep aside or whatever, and you hold it on a ledger. But right now, Ledger is giving away a free Ledger Nano S if you buy a Ledger Nano X. So you can use the link in the description box to get both of those if you'd like. And then if y'all do want to try leverage trading, us and the Patreon group members use Bybit. But what I would recommend is getting signed up for the testnet. And the way you do that is using the link in the description box, but then asking support in the chat box how you access the testnet. It's like a two-step process. It's super easy, but you want to make sure that you're a profitable trader, make sure that your algorithm is working, and then once you find out that everything, you learn the platform and that you're profitable, then you can actually deposit your BTC on the exchange. If you're a USA citizen, I'd recommend Prime XBT. It allows you to leverage trade some crypto assets as well as some fiat currencies and gold and silver, the S&P 500, all using Bitcoin. So y'all can check that out. I do use the Brave browser. I just got paid out in Brave browser or in BAT tokens today. So my BAT balance went up. I got like almost 40 BAT token just from browsing the web, and it was basically like you can opt in on ads that appear in the bottom right hand corner by creators that place ads through the Brave browser. So it's not Google ads, it's not these crazy pop-ups that you get when you're like browsing websites or whatever, but with the Brave browser, you basically can opt in and out of ads to appear for you, and then when you click them, you get a percentage delivered to you in BAT tokens. So super nifty browser, another great way to earn passive income if you're just browsing the web pretty much. And so feel free to check that link in the description box and get signed up. Also, CryptoTab browser is an easy way to start mining Bitcoin. You just download the web browser, sign into your Google Gmail account, and then you can start mining Bitcoin. So as you can see here, I've been mining Bitcoin. I have actually this CryptoTab browser running on two different computers. It's just a background process pretty much that I let run, and it mines Bitcoin for me. Another way to earn passive income if you're interested as well. Get signed up in the link in the description box. You can use it on your tablets, your old phones that you don't use anymore as well, and you can just have those tablets or phone staying plugged in and running CryptoTab browser, and you're mining Bitcoin. So it's a great way to mine Bitcoin and support the network without having the whole hassle of setting up an ASIC miner and getting all complicated with that. So check out CryptoTab browser, link in the description box, and then also y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, but I would prefer messages to be sent on Discord. That's just the easiest way for me to get a hold of y'all or in touch with y'all, and I get notified pretty quickly through Discord. So with that being said, our weekly sell signal is kind of scary right now, but we're just going to take a look and see what that's going to give us later on. I mean, even here when we had this sell signal, we weren't really trending too far into the green money flow, but at the same time, we had a nice little uptrend in our money flow, and we still had the sell signal, and it still sent us back to that downside pretty heavily too. Even in these green money flow, these sell signals here indicated some nice percentage drop off. So we're gonna have to be really wary, y'all, especially if you're in my Patreon members group. I'm gonna be keeping y'all up to date because this doesn't look too good right now, and yeah. So just make sure that y'all can keep in touch with me. If y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out. But I'm gonna be updating y'all consistently throughout the next couple of weeks too. So March will be fun. We're excited. We're excited. Okay, and then our monthly candle, we have the March candle that has opened right now, looking somewhat to be of a doji as of right now, but we'll see what kind of price action we get here in the near term future. So with that being said, y'all, thanks for coming back to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all my Patreon members. Let me give y'all a shout out really quick, and then we'll call it a day. We have Antonio G, as Mithril, Dean, Fly Eagle, Greg, Heinous, Harold W, Haru Ur, Jonah, James H Hunter, Muhammad, Nick, August Dogansoy, Oscar P Wright, Paul, Pike 379, Prestige 39, Sean Stein, Tall Troy, Tim Luna, Unique Object. So sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but thanks guys, I really appreciate it, and I'll get in chat with y'all and we'll talk about some of the charts and see what's gonna happen. So be on your toes for March, because I think it'll give us good opportunities to trade this as of right now. So just be ready for it and be ready for those updates. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. CTO signing out.